Guys, welcome back. We are going to start writing some equations of circles given some information. So let's remind ourselves, what is the standard form of the equation? That's x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared, where hk is the center of our circle and r is the radius. So now we don't have a graph. We don't have an equation that we're trying to make look like a circle equation. We're just given the center and the radius. So this would be x minus a minus 2 squared plus y minus a minus 7 squared is equal to my radius squared. So what is 16 squared? That would be 256. We can also do 2 fairly easy, right? So x minus 0 squared is just going to be x squared plus y minus 1 squared is equal to our radius squared. So let's think about that. That's 3 square root of 6 squared. So we're really doing this to it, right? 3 times 3 would be 9. Square root 6 times square root 6 is 6. 9 times 6 is going to be 54. All right, number 3 and 4, they're trying to like trick us, right? Because they're giving us a diameter. From the diameter, what can we find? Radius, because diameter is the full chord across the circle. Radius is just from the center to the edge of the circle, so it's half of your diameter. So half of diameter here would be 12. Ooh, over here is going to be the square root of 30 divided by 2. Well, the square root of 30 would be, let's see, what can we bring out of there? That's 6 times 5. Can't really bring anything out. So we could put it into a decimal approximation. Oh, but we're about to square it, right? So let's not worry about it. It's just a square root of 30 over 2. All right, number 3 is x minus 5 squared plus y plus 4 squared, right? Change your sign. Is equal to my radius squared. 12 squared is 144. Number 4, x minus a minus 2 is x plus 2 squared plus y minus 6 squared is equal to this guy squared. Well, what's the square root of 30 squared? That's 30. What's 2 squared? 4. We could reduce this down to 15 halves. We can write 15 halves here, or if you prefer decimals, you could write it as 7.5. Either of those would work. All right. How are they going to make it harder? Because that's how math works, right? Let's make it a little harder, a little harder, a little harder until they cry. All right, this one we're given the center and we're given the circumference. Well, what is circumference? This is a way for your math teacher to test. Do they remember what circumference is? Circumference is 2 pi r. So for this first one, they said the circumference is 10 pi. So 10 pi is my 2 pi r. So from that, I can find my r. Dividing by 2 pi, I get r is equal to 5. And they have the center and the radius, and now we're set. So x minus a minus 8 would be x plus 8 squared plus y minus 0, but we're not going to write that, squared is equal to my radius squared, which is 5 squared, which is 25. All right, for this one here, 4 pi square root 6 is my 2 pi r. So if I divide off the 2 pi, I get 2 square root 6 for my radius. So I get x minus 3 squared plus y minus 4 squared. This guy squared is going to be 2 squared, which is 4, times square root of 6 times square root of 6, which is 6. 4 times 6 is 24. Why don't you stop and see if you can get 7 and 8? Oh no, 7 and 8 are slightly different. I thought these would be good if you tried. All right, 7, now we're talking about area. What's the formula for area? Area is pi r squared. So if my area is 324 pi, that's going to be equal to pi r squared. I'm going to divide off that pi, and r squared is equal to 324. When I take the square root of this guy, the square root of Oh, do we care? Well, let's just leave it as square root of 324. Now don't get all fancy and try to figure out what that is because we're about to square it anyways, right? All right, so my center is at x minus a minus 1, so x plus 1 squared plus y minus 1 squared is equal to my radius squared. Let me take this back off of here so we don't get confused. Taking my radius squared, well, my radius squared we said was 324. All right, let's do number 8. If pi r squared, that's my area, right, is equal to 10 pi square root 2, and I divide off that pi, then r squared, which is what I need anyway, is 10 square root 2. So x minus a minus 5 squared plus y minus 6 squared is equal to r squared, which is 10 square root 2. And that's it for 1 through 8 on the second set. We're going to do 9 and 10 and see how far we can get on the back page in the next video.